I love France.
M'a dit, j'ai jamais rien vu de si beau, ho, 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 j'ai jamais rien vu de si beau.
Well, I've been to Europe a bunch of times, so this trip had some pretty big shoes to fill. And I'd say it was passable, you know, I've had better, but it was still fun.
Everyone on this trip kind of bored me.
I don't know, Kim. I've been feeling like pretty underappreciated lately. I mean, these people would be lost without me. I am Europe. I mean, look at me. Can you do a once over?
I was already overwhelmed the first day. I mean, Allie does not stop talking.
There's this great little cafe right over there. I've been there like 25 times. I look so European, you know? You can't really tell that I'm American. So have you guys noticed that I'm like pretty good at pronouncing French words? I think it's probably because I've been to France so many times. Like, patisserie.
I thought Courtney was really cool for a while, but then I realized a lot of my stuff was missing, and I'm pretty sure she's the one that took it. She's a kleptomaniac. Like, the master of kleptomania-ism. She's like really sly and clever and quiet, quick, you know, like a pigeon.
Jacqueline, very sexual. It makes me a little uncomfortable sometimes. I don't really know how it's gonna go this week.
What makes you happy, Jacqueline?
Sex. So
Actually, I had a couple of ideas and I was
we're just gonna see how this pans out.
I guess the worst part was dealing with Ralph being in love with me. I mean, I'm pretty used to it because I deal with that kind of stuff all the time, but it's just so weird how he's always just like there. Like I turn around and he's there. It's like he's stalking me. But I can't help it, I'm so pretty, you know?
I feel nothing for Allie.
I don't know, I kind of felt bad for Ralph. I mean, I know he's a freak, but Allie kind of treated him like her personal butler. It was really unfortunate.
I actually agree with Allie. I mean, Raph is a creep. Have you ever seen him? He just stares. He will stare at you, and not in like in a zoned out type of way. It's more in like a murderer type of way.
I mean, my boobs are like, shit, Jacqueline, I left my coat in the lobby. Oh, just go down there. Alright, I'm gonna get it.
Verdun was a fascinating city, but it's a good thing we were only there one night because we almost got kicked out of our hotel.
La blonde, elle me vole mes bonbons.
Elizabeth? Oh my god, she is so boring. If you want people to like you, you have to stop being such a wet blanket and show some emotions. I mean, it would be cool if she could get excited about something.
I loved it. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
I was a great plane. I would take like a bite out of it like an apple. Oh my god.
I don't really eat dairy.
It's like my Narnia.
Wow. It's a penis.
We got a tour of the champagne caves along with a complimentary glass.
I love champagne because it lets you go wild and it brings out your inner animal and gets you really drunk really fast.
I just really like alcohol of any kind. Champagne, I mean, sure, it's pretty strong. I like that. Pretty much just anything that'll get some people really drunk. I want people really, really drunk. I don't want them to know what's going on.
I don't understand what everybody thinks that all I like is sex. Like, I came on this trip to learn about French culture, and now we're at the Champagne Caves, and I actually know a lot about how champagne is made. Like, did you know that it was just dragon urine?
She doesn't know what she's talking about. I mean, champagne is not dragon piss. Champagne is actually made with a 12-step process and special sort of tools that my grandfather actually invented. So she doesn't know what the
Are you having fun, Ralph?
Fun?
Yeah.
What is fun?
You smile. I'm actually highly trained in photography. I've been told that I have a really excellent artistic perspective. This is called a meta photo. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah, we were all really excited to get to Paris. Like, even Ralph was smiling. But it's kind of hard to tell because once he does, it doesn't usually last very long.
That's just the cord struggling to hold us. No one panic.
But
about Jacqueline. Here's some constructive criticism. She is socially weird and really strange. But she was the closest thing there was to an acceptable sidekick, so I pretty much had to put up with it if I wanted a decent ally at any point in the 2 weeks.
You know, I hate how corporate America has followed me to my Parisian haven. This is supposed to be a unique adventure, and there's Starbucks. Who do they think they are? This is my Paris. If I lived in this palace, I would probably just sort of change what they use the rooms for. I would definitely want to have a separate kitchen and dining room for each type of cuisine that I like. So, you know, an Italian room, a Japanese room, a Thai room, an Indian room, an American room, a French room, a Spanish room, a Danish room. I can think of maybe 11 more. I would also want to have a separate quarters for storing different parts of my wardrobe, in particular shoes, because I think probably I have the most of those. A high heels room, a low heels room, a wedge room, a flat room, room for boots, room for heels, and a room for slippers and indoor shoes, and a room for, of course, flip-flops and sandals. Servants' quarters, obviously, would probably be in the basement of that section of that building. And,
yeah, so today was really fun. Saw a lot of the castle. Apparently, Shrek lived here with Fiona.
I think that the tour guide did like us, for the exception of Ralph, of course, because he's a weirdo. I mean, how many times do you think the tour guide turned around and Ralph was just standing there creeping on him? Every time. That's how many times.
I don't know, I mean, if you've never seen anything as luxurious as this and weren't sort of used to it, I can imagine how this could be really breathtaking. I would have loved to be queen here.
Not if you were barren. You would have been useless to this country.
Okay, you know, those handheld games with the maze in it, and you had the little metal ball, and you had to use your hand to kind of navigate the ball through the maze? Like, being here, it's made me realize that we're in fate's maze in life, and we're fate's balls. Actually, I recently watched the modern Alice in Wonderland. This is like that. You know, like, I'm Alice.
What are you doing?
I just pulled some leaves from Versailles. Ha-ha! Suck it, King Louis! America wins! Ah!
I wish I had lived back in the 1700s.
I don't know, you probably would have been a peasant, judging by your bone structure, so it probably wouldn't have been all that great for you.
I think that after a while, hanging out with 7 girls really started to take a toll on Ralph.
So Ralph, how was dinner tonight?
You know, it was tasty. The food was good. Conversation was like not totally what I was used to. We played this game called Warm and Fuzzy, where everyone kind of like goes in a circle and like talks about like how great everyone else is. You have to like give like a real compliment or whatever, and like make everyone feel good about themselves. So like just to like throw out a couple examples. You are so genuine, like so real, so genuine. Your hair. You're just like a princess. You're just like so perfect. You're like so put together. It's like everything, you are so confident, and your life is just working out so great. And I just like want to be you.
Yeah, you're eating with these people morning, noon, and night. But I mean, it was bearable for a while. Until I got stuck at a table alone with Elizabeth. That really made me uncomfortable.
It was a really long week. I've never met a weirder group of people in my life.
Oh, j'avais un beau chapeau.
oh, j'avais un beau chapeau.
En écopo.